I'm sure you guys know who Michael Avenatti is. He has been someone who has come into the news spotlight. There's been a lot of attention on him. He's the lawyer for Stormy Daniels. And of course, there's been that whole thing going on. Now, here's something interesting. He actually floated the idea of running for president in 2020. And there's nothing that I find more disgusting than random, like, corporate Democrats, floating the idea for president. I think Bill Kristol said he might be down to run, and it's like, dude, you're going to get slaughtered. You're going to get slaughtered. I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. You're a complete imbecile. Donald Trump would destroy you in a primary to, like, it would be unbelievably devastating and catastrophic for Bill Kristol. But here's something interesting. So, obviously, Michael Avenatti is massively anti-Trump. But, I got the feel from him that he's one of these sort of more corporate Democrat types, one of the more Hillary Clinton-esque people, one of those sorts of people, the Kamala Harrises and the Kirsten Gillibrands of the world, Cory Bookers. That's what I got the feeling from. But in order to be objective and to be fair and actually give credit where credit is due, and that's what I'm going to be doing right now, he sent out a tweet here. He says, "Promises kept. Tell that to the thousands of workers that have lost their jobs at the Lordstown, Ohio General Motors plant in the last 18 months. Meanwhile, General Motors Mexico operations expand, and Trump does nothing, not even a phone call to General Motors CEO. He conned hard-working people out of their vote." That's 100% true. And this is how you are going to win elections in the future. Not by saying, oh, where Hillary Clinton said it, we won in the areas where they're, economically prosperous, or the good areas is however the fuck she put it, right? That is not the way you're going to get votes. Are you a dunce? Are you stupid? That doesn't make any sense. This is how you're going to get votes. By explaining to people the statistics of, holy shit, there's more jobs being shipped under Obama or under Trump's presidency than it was in Obama's, towards the end of Obama's term. So it's like, wait a second, one of the key characteristics and the key positions of Trump's, whole thing was, we're going to bring the jobs back. And that should be a Democratic position. I guess technically it should be bipartisan, but the fact that it's not a Democratic position is a travesty. The fact that Hillary Clinton didn't go out exclaiming that is a travesty. Now, here is something interesting, too. Now, the people, how I was explaining to you just a second ago how I took him to be one of the types of a Corp Dem? Well, here's a response from one of those liberals. This person said, "I don't feel sorry for these people at all." That's what a lot of these people say. Well, fuck them, I'm glad they lost their jobs and shit like that. Or I don't feel sorry for them losing their jobs. Now, here's what Michael responded with. He says, "This is a shitty attitude and has no place on my feed. Take it elsewhere. We don't thumb our nose at fellow Americans that have lost their jobs. We have all made mistakes." And someone else responds saying, "Michael, I'm usually all about you when you tweet, but not this time. Every vote for Trump has literally cost lives. People feel betrayed and angry. You can't begrudge them for that. Empathy can be shown for both sides. Still have love for you, though." And he responds saying, here's what he says. He says, "I hear you and I get it, but we need to find a way to welcome some of the people that were duped back into the fold. Otherwise, we risk alienating them forever." Wow. Okay, dude, this guy's on fire. He's on fire. He's 100% right. Michael Avenatti is 100% correct on that. You are not going to win elections by the people who, were duped by Trump. You don't go, fuck you, and then they just go on about, however they're going to vote. That's not how you win elections. That is one of the stupidest things possible, and it is something that the corporate Democrats are somehow still doing, and it's insane. And like one of the, a douchebag like that I just talked about said, I don't even feel sorry for these people. So I'm going to give massive credit, a lot of credit, because as I just showed you, he got backlash. He got backlash from his fans. But he didn't back down. He said, no, you can't alienate these people who got duped. Again, people voted for change. That's what they were voting for. There's so many people who voted, two-time Obama voters who voted Trump. So, just massive credit to Michael, man. Massive credit. Good job. I totally agree with him here.